Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Saturday, the 8th of May 2021. I see news from the UK that the Labour Party is licking its wounds after suffering miserable results again. Um, of course, it's always surprising to notice that people vote against their best interests. I mean, why people actually vote Tory in the UK when they don't really earn enough money to justify that. But it does happen. It happens around the world that people vote against their best interests. It's a weird phenomenon. But how can parties, win elections? How can the Labour Party get some, real support back? Well, I think they might learn something from Stacey Abrams in the US, who managed to get out black voters, but she didn't do it in a day. She had a continued, support effort where people have really built a grassroots movement in Georgia. And so when it came to election time, they surprised everybody and actually voted for the Democrats. So Labour Party really needs to build a grassroots movement. How can it do that? Well, it needs to do it not on the internet. You need to get out with your MPs and meet local people, touch skin when that's allowed. I know that because of the pandemic, it's been really impossible to get out and meet people, and do doorstepping and stuff like that. I realise that it's been impossible, but Britain is beginning to open up again. You need to have events where people can actually meet and ask questions and get involved and have fun, even, not be seen as boring, and be able to educate people on what is really happening. Yes, the press in Britain is owned by Rupert Murdoch and Lord Dacre and, Lord Rothermere and those people who really have been pushing a right-wing agenda for decades. And so, yes, you're fighting against it, but it can be done. And really what needs to happen is more confidence and forget about leadership, because as much as I disagree with a two-party system, that unfortunately is what you're stuck with in the UK. So why not try and make the most of it, get out there and press the advantage since you've got a choice. Educate people on what the Tories are really doing, and point out to them when they parrot right-wing media, the lies that are being spread by right-wing media, and prove to them with evidence and facts about what's really happening in the UK. Anyway, enough of my ranting, but anyway, a belated congratulations to Stacey Abrams on her success, and let's hope that maybe the Labour Party could work to achieve something similar in the future. Right. Today's Sudoku puzzle is given as expert. I'm not sure what to expect. Could be a real toughie. Might not be. I don't know. Right. So, as I look at the puzzle, what's the first thing that hits my eye? Well, I see a couple of things at the same time, actually. Wow, how about that? That's unusual to see two things at the same time. But I'm not going to bother with the rules today. But, okay, clearly we have an 8 blocking along here. 8 blocking here, 8 blocking here. So in this segment here, this is the only position where we can put an 8, right? Because 8 cannot appear again in this row, cannot appear again in a column, sorry. 8 cannot appear again in this column, 8 can't appear in that row. So only one place where we can fit an 8. This 8 blocking across this row, and there's an 8 in this column, giving us an 8 down here. Now the other thing that I noticed, just flashed at me immediately, is that this, because there's so many contiguous numbers here with just one missing, of course the first thing you do is look and see, would by any chance that number appear in this box? And guess what? There's only one number here, but it happens to be that number that we can put in here, right? If you're not familiar with what I'm saying, the 3 means that we can't put a 3 in any of these 3 squares here, right? Because a 3 can only appear once in this block. And we haven't got a 3 in this column, so clearly that has to be a 3. What are the missing numbers here now? So 1 and 9 are the missing numbers. Can we do anything about them? No, but they might come in handy later on to know that we have 1 and 9 here. Now this 1 blocks down here, this 1 blocks over here, and so that's got to be a 1 here. The 9 we also know appears in these two squares here. We'll try to remember that for later, see if it comes in handy. Okay, off to a nice start here. I also see a 2 here because we have a blocking 2 in this column, blocking 2 in this column, across this row and across this row, right? You know, try to use your eyes to look along columns and rows, and you'll find the numbers pretty easily. Until we get to like the later stages, I guess. It's supposed to be expert day, so we'll see what we have in store later. Okay, so 6 should come here, right? Because this 6 blocks this square, this 6 blocks this square, so now we're okay, this square is out, this square is out, so now we're limited to these two, and we see an intersecting 6 here, so that's got to be a 6 right there. And here is a 7 blocking along here, 7 blocking along here, so this square here has to be a 7. We don't yet have a 7 in that segment. Missing numbers are 2 and 8 here, and guess what? The 8 blocks here, so that's great stuff. It means we can fit in our 8 here and our 2 here, and we can fill in the 2 up here because look, 2 blocking along this column, we know already 2's in this column and this column, and we have block intersecting 2 here, so that's our 2 there. That's good. This must be an 8, right? Because 8 blocking along here, 8 blocking along here, so that's our 8 and an 8 here. Look, 8 down this column, 8 up this column, across and across from here, so that's our 8 there. Is that the final 8? Yes, I do believe that's the last one to look for. So okay, making good progress. This has to be a 1, of course. We don't yet have a 1 in this row, and this 1 stops it from being a 1 there. The last number here is 9. We don't have a 9 in this row yet, so in goes the 9. Let's see what's missing here. 1, 2, 3, 4 we don't have, 6 we don't have, so this is 4 and 6. Any help on 4 or 6 from above? And I'm not talking about some deity, I'm talking about this section here, and the answer is no. So what are the other numbers here? 4, 6, so this has got to be a 2. Aha, okay. Yes, 2 blocking along here, 2 blocking down here, so that's a 2 there. Okay, and we can get this number here, which is a 9, right? 9 blocking along here. Or if you remember what these two numbers were, you could count through and see which number is missing, and that's a 9. Okay. What's missing here? Anything we could get? Oh, it's the middle numbers, 3, 4, 5 in the middle row. Well, we have a blocking 4, but nothing else yet, so we'll just hold off on that for a while. Where to look now? Up here maybe. Not particularly useful, I think. Maybe let's focus on the center here. 8s we've got already. 5s. 5s are limited to these two squares here. 1s are limited to these two squares here. I have a feeling we'll be writing those in as candidates, but I don't see anything that I can place just yet. So okay, I think I'm going to have to start writing in candidates already. What's missing here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. Any help on 4? No. 5. Aha, 5 here. Okay, so yep, there's a 5 in this square here, because we don't yet have a 5 in this column, and this 5 blocks these two squares here. So the missing numbers now are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. 4 and 6 in those two squares there. Okay, again, that's not going to give us everything, but how about what's missing here? So if that's 4 and 6, 1, 2, so missing numbers here are 3 and 9. Is that any use here? 3 and 9? No. Although actually, might be. It will give us a pair of 9s here, at least, because 9 is blocked from this square, 9 is blocked from this square. So that means in this row here, we don't yet have a 9, but we are blocking 9 in here, from here, and here, and here. So that will give us a pair of 9s here. It won't define it yet, but it will put in a pair for us. Unfortunately, that won't solve the puzzle just yet, though. Okay. Anything else up here? What were these missing numbers again? 1 and 9, right? 1 and 9. So others are 1, 2, 3, 4 is missing, 6 and 7. 4, 6, and 7. Aha! 4 and 6 together. So that's got to be a 7, hasn't it? Okay. Missing numbers along here now are 1, 5, and 9. 1, 5, and 9. 5 blocks here. The 1 blocks here. The 9. This has also got to be a 9 in these two squares, hasn't it? Okay. Remember, 9 blocks here. Okay, so this is going to be a pair of 9s. So 9 will block this square here. 5 blocks this square here. So that's got to be a 1. Okay. And so of course the missing two here are 5 and 9, but we don't know which is which just yet. Okay, coming along nicely, I think. What can we do here? 1, 2, missing numbers are 3, 4, and 7. Anything? 3, 4, and 7. 7 blocks here, but that's it. 3 and 4, nope. Can't tell anything there. Now I see something. This is a pair, naked pair of 1 and 9, because 1 blocks here, 1 blocks here, 1 blocks here, right? So let's see, that's a pair of 1 candidates. Okay, now I mentioned before that 9 blocks here, 9 blocks here, and 9 blocks here. So that gives us 1 and 9. I'm just going to write those in because it's really important. If you have two numbers in two squares like this, sometimes called a naked pair or a matching pair or something like that, whatever the terminology, I hate Sudoku terminology, to be honest with you. Anyway, the thing that we can see is only those numbers can go here, so all of the other numbers in this box, 1 and 9 will not be here. All other numbers fit in these squares, and in this row here, all other numbers fit in these 3 squares. Now, what does that mean? Well, we have a 6 blocking here, right, and a 6 blocking here, so this has got to be 6 now. Right, this can only be 1 or 9, can't be anything else, and this 6 blocks here and this 6 blocks here, so that has to be a 6 there. And the last number here was a 4, I believe, so put that 4 in. Now over here, this was a pair, wasn't it? We had 9 as being here or here. And how about 4? Was that a pair? Oh, did we have, I've forgotten now if I had the other number here or not. Was it 7? Oh, no, maybe not. No, I tell a lie. I'm mistaken. Alright, what else is missing here? Well, we have 1, 2, we don't have 3 or 4 in these two squares. Alright, we can't tell just yet. Okay. Alright, still, I think we're doing quite well, making good progress here so far. I'm going to recheck this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. No. Okay. I know I looked before, but I don't always manage to remember all of these numbers and keep them in my head at all times. Some people are lucky enough to be able to do that. I'm not really. My memory is just not that good. My age is too advanced. But I mean, at this point we could start writing in candidates and it wouldn't be too awful. I think it's going to be advantageous. Oh, I've seen something else. Okay, 6 blocking down here. Every time I say I'm going to fill in more candidates, I don't need to. 6 blocking up here, 6 blocking across here. That square there is a 6. Okay. This is a 5 now because 5 blocks these 2 squares. 5 blocks this square, and in this row we don't have a 5. So guess what? That's a 5. Okay, now what else is missing here? 3, we don't have. 3, 7, and 9. The 9 blocks here. The 3 and 7. 7 is over here. It means this is over here now. Okay. 7 is here. 3 and 9. That's a pair. No, can't quite tell just yet, I think. Anyway, still doing pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 missing here. So, okay, this is a 7 now because 7 blocking here, 7 blocking here, and in this column we don't yet have 7. So there you go. Now the numbers here and here now are 3 and 4, but we can't tell which is which just yet. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7. Okay, 7 blocking this square here, 7 blocking this square here, gives us a 7 there. Okay, I think we're going quite well still. I think I might shift my focus somewhere else. I've been looking in that region for rather a long time. I know from experience it's normally a good idea to shift the focus just a bit if you can. Okay, I think I have a feeling this segment here could be quite productive. So I think I'm going to work on, see if there are any, see which candidates we can put in here. Okay, we had 9s. This 9 blocks these 2 squares, so 9 is a candidate in those 2 squares there. What else is missing? The 3s, we don't know about the 7s. 7 blocks here, 7 blocks here, so 7 is a candidate in those 2 squares. The 4 blocks these squares along here, giving us 4 in those 2 squares there. And the last number is 3, which is the one we don't know anything about just yet. Okay, I'm going to put in the 3 and 9 pair here. Okay, 3 and 9 missing from this segment. I'm going to put in the missing numbers in up here as well now. So this is 1 and 9 in this column, and in these 2 numbers are 1, 2, 3. This is 4 and 6. Okay. They're not too much of a distraction. You know, we don't have hundreds of candidates like I had a couple of days ago, which is really annoying. And actually, when it comes to solving the puzzle, they'll make it so easy to see, you know, without hopefully making fewer mistakes. If you just have pairs like this, you can cross them off very quickly. Down here we have 4 across here. and we have 5 across here, and actually we have a 3, but we don't know where the 3 goes yet. We have 2 squares here which are 3 and 4, right? Okay, so we've got it then. These are 1 and 9, nothing else can exist. Now we have all of the others here, so this has to be 3 and 4, so 4 blocks here. I think that could solve the puzzle actually. 4 goes here, 3 goes here. Now that has to be a 9, that's a 3. 9 over here, that's a 9, that's a 7. Okay, this 3 blocks that square from being a 3, so the 3 is down here and this is in fact a 4. Okay, back down here now, this 4 blocks this square, so that's a 4 there. 1, 2, 3, the other number is 6. Okay, so that is power of good. One number missing here, 1, 2, 3, it's a 4, so we can fill that in now. And when we do that, we'll see we get rid of that 4 there, leaving only a 6, and putting the 4 in that position there. The 6 now, 6 blocking across here, 6 blocking across here, 6 blocking up here, puts a 6 there. Okay, 2 numbers are missing, 1, 2, 3, 4, we don't yet have 5, but guess what, there's a 5 blocking the top square there. 6, 7, 8, last number is a 9, in she goes. Right, 9 also was a pair here or here, so that's our 9 there, and that's our 1 there. Our last number, 1 is still a pair here, still a pair here, so we can't quite get the 1s yet. But we have 1 number missing here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's a 9. In goes the 9, so now we can in fact finish the puzzle, because this 9 means 9 appears there, the 1 appears there, the 1 has to be here in this box because that 1 blocks that column now. Okay, just a couple of things left now. This 4 blocking down here, this 4 blocking down here, so that's our 4, that's our 5, and the last number here is 3, or you could count through here and see that 3 is the last number there. Okay, what's missing here now? 3 and 5, well, 5 blocks here, so that's the 5 there, that's the 3 there, this is a 3 there, and the last number is 7. Let's just double check we haven't made any mistakes, because that was really far too easy. Nothing expert about that at all, I'm afraid to say. Overrated as an expert level puzzle. Never mind. I hope you had fun solving it anyway. Please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to other people's Sudoku channels as well. Learn as much about Sudoku logic as you can, and remember, grassroots activism will gain proper support for a past, in a system that has a past or post election, especially one that doesn't even have proportional representation, which would be much better. At least get your candidate around and seen and known and appreciated locally, because locally is what you need. Forget about leaders. The Tory press will always bring down leaders of the Labour Party, so just focus on getting local MPs that local people like and can trust. Thank you very much. Goodbye for today. See you again tomorrow. Hopefully see Observer puzzle tomorrow. Bye bye.